You should watch this movie, Shawnee.
But why, Nathy?
Are you asking me why should I watch? You are listening to Why Should I Watch, the podcast about movies and ideas. Hello, Shawnee.
Hello, Nathy.
How are we today?
Well, you know, pretty good, pretty good.
Even though we record 4 episodes in a day. That's a little industry secret.
Oh, yeah,
How do they make podcasts? How does the sound get into the computer? Or the phone?
All jokes aside.
Wow, sorry, that came out of nowhere.
We're here to talk about our future review.
Yep, which movie?
For the upcoming Freddy Mercury biopic.
What's it called?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ooh.
Of course. How egotistical by Queen calling the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. I had other suggestions.
Give me one. Never mind the sound right next to the mic.
I'm just opening up my book
Dreams.
here. I had a lot of suggestions, actually. I had The Queen from Queen.
I like that one. That's good.
Yeah, you know, I thought it was...
That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. And, you know, I think it's better... That's better than Bohemian Rhapsody, though. Like,
yeah. Okay, yeah.
now, there's actually... I'm quite passionate. All right, I'm quite a passionate Queen person.
You are. I would say you're like a super fan of Queen. You went to see their concert on your own.
Yes.
Because no one else wanted to go.
2014 with Adam Lambert. Yeah, thanks.
Just backstory. Give him backstory.
But with Queen, I've always been number one fan, number one band in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. They're your favourite band.
Went through a couple of Freddie Mercury stages where I'd sport a mustache around.
Look, I would even say you even look a little bit like Freddie Mercury. If we link to your Instagram, if people look, what's your Instagram handle?
Shawnee.mc.
Yeah.
At Instagram.com. You'll find me.
At Instagram.com.
And my 3 photos. I'm not much of an Instagram person.
You're a model. Anyway,
well,
so Freddie Mercury movie.
Yes. Let's talk about it. Because there is a lot to talk about.
There is.
It's very close to my heart.
It is.
Let's delve back a couple of years. This has been in the works for about almost 10 years now, in discussion.
At least.
Because originally they were going to get Sacha Baron Cohen to play Freddie Mercury, which I agreed with 100%. I thought he would have done an excellent job.
Because he looks like him and sounds like him?
Yep, essentially.
He's
got the persona. He can sing.
He's got the
confidence.
Yeah.
He can do those kind of edgy adult scenes, you know, that what I was expecting from this Freddie Mercury film, like very R-rated, very behind the scenes, not so much about the band, more about the parties, the nights of emotion, how he comes up with these songs. Unfortunately, due to creative differences, they parted their ways, and Sacha Baron said that Queen, Brian May and Roger Taylor, are doing their own film more about the magic of the band and how they coped after Freddie's death.
Yeah.
So if I was to give a timeline of how the film's going to go, according to the interviews, about halfway through the film, Freddie dies.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Freddie dies.
Oh no. How did he die?
And the rest of the film is the rest of the band coping and surviving.
Yes.
Going through the next years of their lives.
Yeah, and that's just dumb.
Which is really... we know that. We know how they survived.
What year did he die out?
They got 1991.
Okay, cool.
We know how they survived. They did a tribute band.
Yeah.
They got Paul Rogers on.
And then Adam
Lambert. That's how they've survived.
Yeah, and we all know that story.
We don't care about that. That's marketing. All we care about is the nitty and gritty and the Freddie Mercury we haven't been told yet because they're so secretive about him.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but if you're over the age of 10, you can kind of put together how the rock and roll lifestyle is.
Yeah, yeah.
AIDS.
We don't need to see
homosexuality.
Yeah.
Drugs, cocaine,
all my
drinking.
favorites. All my favorites.
You know, we get it, but we want to see it. Like, you know, it's been nearly 30 years since his death. I mean, surely it's time for someone to delve in.
Yeah, well, his life story is a great one to uncover. Like, there's so much to put into a film. Like, where was he born?
He was born in Zanzibar.
There you go. Already an exotic location.
Which is just a little... He was born on, I think it was Stone Village or Stone Town, which is a tiny little island off the coast of Africa,
Yeah.
kind of going
That's
towards
a great
Madagascar.
story. Yeah.
It's so random. Then he went
Yeah.
to India,
Yeah.
studied music,
Yep. In India.
then to England,
Then England, yeah.
and
Got his
shot
accent.
off into Queen.
Exactly.
So, I don't want a childhood
yeah.
scene. There's plenty of documentaries where you can watch that.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. You know the Queen story. You want the Freddie
Just-
Mercury story.
Just the highlights of essentially from the 80s, where like Hot Space era, where the band started to break apart a little bit.
Tension.
Freddie was going off into this different disco,
Sound.
gay sound.
Yeah.
Like the macho.
Yeah,
YMCA,
exactly. The
drugs.
the scene I'm thinking of is the Live Aid or whatever that concert he did.
Yeah.
That 1985 one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the pinnacle. So what do you think of Rami Malek as being cast as Freddie?
Well, my dream film was for the 70s. There's going to be 2 parts.
Yep.
So a film split into 2. First act is late 70s Queen.
Is that like Night at the
After
Opera?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Yep. We have Mika playing a young Freddie.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
A lot more feminine, a lot more softer.
Yeah, because he did Grace Kelly, which is like, it's like a lost Queen song, really.
It is. There's moments of that Freddie magic in that song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he would play young, long-haired Freddie. Then we skip to 80s Freddie. And we have Sacha Baron Cohen playing a much older,
Yep.
masculine, gruff, manly Freddie Mercury, a lot more matured, leading up to that pinnacle of 1985.
Yeah.
So seeing that difference of Mika playing Freddie and really coming out,
Yeah.
being gay,
Yeah.
then switching towards a much more extreme Sacha Baron Cohen
And him like
at
embracing
these
that.
parties, embracing that at parties,
Yeah.
nightclubs, and
Because there's that story
Whatever.
about he would have like dwarves or midgets or whatever the correct word is, and he'd like have them as like footstools or eat food off them or whatever.
the story goes
Snort
that
cocaine off them?
I don't know if it's true, but there'd be midgets or dwarves with bowls on their heads.
Oh, yeah.
With cocaine in them.
Cocaine
And
in
people
bowls.
could
I knew it
just-
was something to do with cocaine
People
in
could
bowls.
snort as they
off
walk
them.
around.
Yeah. That's insane.
But
But that's movie worthy.
that's movie work. We want to see I want to see Freddie going to someone going, hey,
Yeah.
let's get a bunch of midgets, put a bowl on their head,
Or dwarves.
and fill it up.
Yeah.
Fill it with cocaine. Even if it's true or not, that kind of outrageousness
I hope it's in the trailer.
of 80s,
Yeah.
80s rock and roll,
Yeah.
that's what it needs. And at the moment, just from what's being released by to the public from behind the scenes shoots, we see Rami Malek at Live Aid doing his thing on stage, being very charismatic.
Got the teeth in.
Got the fake teeth in. He's playing the piano and whatnot. I think he looks great. I think he's fine. I've seen quite a couple of few rash comments about his like bug eyes and like.
Well, have you seen a bit of Mr. Robot? Have you ever watched that show?
I haven't.
He's a great actor because that show's about like sort of not the Illuminati, but that there's like the elites are trying to keep everyone in control, and he's like an expert hacker.
Yeah.
And there's like this syndicate
That sounds
underground.
really good.
Yeah, it's a really good concept, and he's such a good actor. But that character that he plays in that is so different from Freddy. Like he plays like an introverted, like basically like like he's got like mental illness as well.
Yeah.
So he plays a really complex character. But I think hopefully that his acting, he can take that part of it and portray a complex character.
Yeah.
Because have you seen his interviews? Like I've seen the main one with Stephen Colbert on the Late Show. He's a really like nice, chilled guy. So he seems like a really normal like, because like I saw him first for Mr. Robot, and he's like such a messed up character in that. It was good to see that he's like a normal human.
He is,
and hopefully
quite
he can
normal.
take the complexity of Freddy.
Well, he was also in
under
the
his
Pacific
belt,
as well.
yeah.
The Pacific.
Yeah.
Which is a World War II mini-series film.
Okay. Yeah.
In
Is that the one that
Japan.
recently came out?
About 5-6 years ago.
Oh,
it came
okay.
out
Oh,
through
that might have been
Steven
before Mr.
Spielberg
Robot.
and
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks.
Right.
He was in it.
The Dream Team.
And again, he was a standout.
Yeah.
He played a bit of a psychopath soldier in a way, very creepy, very intense. Had again a lot of the one-liners. Again, it like.
Do you think he can sing?
He just doesn't. When I think of Sacha Baron Cohen before
Just gonna have to let it go, mate. You're gonna have to let it go.
I see Bruno and I see Borat. I see Ali G. I see a very confident man doing spectacular things.
Yeah.
When I see Rami Malek before being asked to play Freddie Mercury, he's playing a messed up soldier and a hacker with bipolar or whatever's wrong with him.
I just hope that he has. What I'm saying is, I hope he has that complexity that he can bring to a character and bring that to Freddie, and not. Do you think how could you ruin, if you're playing Freddy, you've got to have that, he's just got to be fearless and have that outgoing nature.
Yep.
And hopefully he can bring that to the character.
Well, that's what I really respect about him, is that he is taking it on so well, and he's really getting into it. If he's doing lessons with Mark Marcel, who sings the songs for the Queen Extravaganza show. He's the guy that sounds very much like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, just from my music nerd knowledge, Freddie had the biggest vocal range of any male singer, pop singer of all time, because he had he could go an octave higher than most singers, and he actually attributed. I actually found this out recently. He attributed it to his teeth, and that's why he wouldn't fix his. People were saying you can easily fix your teeth. You don't need to have your teeth looking like that. But he believed it was just the way.
That's true.
He reckoned he had a unique structure that he could sing outside of any normal range.
Yeah.
And that's why he kept his look.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
So it's going to be hard to emulate that in the film, for him to sing those notes.
Well, just looking at interviews as well, as you were just saying, then I think they're going to try and mix in a bit of Freddie and a bit of Rami.
Yeah. Okay,
so they're going to try and hopefully do it correctly and kind of morph it into the one voice where it'll trick the audience and go, "Oh, was that him?" Or
you mean literally morph the voice?
Well, not morph it, but there might be parts where it's Freddie's voice.
Oh, okay.
And then there might be parts where, he'll sing, Freddie will sing the chorus. Yeah. And then Remy will do the next chorus.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That way.
What about the other cast, the rest of the cast? We got Tim from Jurassic Park playing. Is he the bass player?
Well, he was in the Pacific as well.
Oh, okay.
So they've got a bit of chemistry already there.
Yeah.
Jason, was it? Jason Morello or something? Morello?
Yeah.
From Jurassic Park. I think he looks amazing.
Yeah.
Spot on John Deacon.
Yeah.
Who
was the bass player, yeah?
Bass player, yeah.
Yeah, who wrote Another One Bites the Dust.
Another One Bites the Dust. Cool.
Because that's the thing, I think before we
free,
yeah, of course.
You're
I think
best friend, yeah.
I got to say, the Sacha Baron Cohen one that got before it got cancelled was that film was Queen. It wasn't just Freddie. They were all talented and they were all songwriters as well. Even the drummer wrote some of their songs too. I can't remember which ones he wrote or his name.
Roger Taylor.
Yeah, Roger Taylor. He wrote a couple of their songs as well. I wish I could just think of one example.
Like Radio Gaga, he wrote.
Yeah, there you go. So and Brian May himself is a genius, one of the best guitarists of all time. And Queen themselves actually are the second highest selling band of all time in terms of just flat out record sales. So the movie needs to honor Queen as well. So I hope that they do that with the other cast members, and that it's not just about Freddie. Although
that's the exact opposite of what I was saying at the start.
No, but what I'm saying, I agree with you. It'll be Freddie's story, but I think the film will be great if they also honor the other cast as well. And you know what I mean? That they give each band member their time,
Oh, I see. Talking about songs and,
we see from their perspective too, and how they came together to form a band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll respect that. Don't know his name. Playing Roger Taylor and Brian May.
Yeah, those two great actors.
They look good. The guy who's playing Brian May looks spot on.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying that they don't want people who look like, the people who look like the band members, but they want people who can act.
Yeah, they'd prefer because you can have someone that looks identical but can't act, and that can end poorly.
I think people are worried that they might be shooting for people who look a bit too close resemblance. But if you were to hire someone who doesn't look like Brian May, people would gripe about that as well.
Exactly. Only time will tell, my boy. Only time will tell. What do you think you're going to give this film out of 5? Do you think it's going to knock it out of the park, or do you think you're going to be disappointed?
Oh, this one really scares me, Nathan. This is very close to my heart.
Look, I'm going to say 4 stars. I'm going to put it out there. I reckon it'll be a great film. I reckon that they'll get it right, but for me, I'm going to say 4 stars. So I reckon it'll be a great film. Yeah, I reckon they'll get it right.
A part of me thinks it'll be a little bit egotistical.
Yep.
If they're going down the same route as they are now, with Freddy dying in the middle of the film, and the rest of it just being them recovering and going on with their musical adventures and doing their solo work, I would probably give it like 2 stars. If it's more about Freddy,
and they cut it off,
he's kind of transitioned from the 70s to the 80s up to the Live Aid, I would probably give it 4 as well.
Yep.
I think the major gripes with it will probably be just more the egotistical side of it. I think Queen is there's a little bit of an ego going on.
Yeah, well,
you can tell.
because they want it to be more than Freddy, you know. They want the movie to be about them as well, which I think they'll do. But I think they'll do it well, so don't let us down, Remy.
Don't let us down, mate. Hear from my agent.
Why Should I Watch is a Skinny White Boy production. For more information, visit www.skinnywhiteboy.com.